Okay, OBS has us. So, who's on with us? Oh, it's Omni. We should say hello.
Well, I'd say hello to Omni, but he can't hear me. They cannot hear me.
He might be AFK, actually.
They only care for their precious coffee.
Huh?
Ah, the taste. The beautiful taste. I'm monologuing about coffee, which, in hindsight, I don't actually really like.
No, that's why I'm confused.
That's why you're confused. Wow.
Yeah, I'm confused because you monologuing about coffee doesn't really make that much sense.
It's not
to
the
me.
monologuing in general that's confusing. No, the coffee is the thing that stands out.
Yeah.
Really?
Hello, Bernie, who says coffee is disgusting. Ban him.
I think. Just, hold on, you don't even drink coffee, do you?
I do drink coffee. I had a cup of coffee today.
I thought you just drink this weird sugary chocolate mess.
Oh, hang on. Someone wants to fight me.
Is it the crustacean? No, it's a puke.
No, that's my cute thing.
Oh, that's your thing. No, I thought your thing is a hoot.
Yeah, that thing there, that's my thing.
Yeah, I'm saying the puke. I can't pronounce the name.
Going with.
Hello, but also, as you might be able to tell,
hello, Bernie.
Somebody has decided they desperately need to prepare things, so I guess they're having Monday now too.
Now that's not entirely fair, now is it, mate?
It's not, but it makes for a greater story. You know what would also make for a greater story? If you bought me this cough syrup in a flask.
So...
yes, Sal did hijack my stream. Welcome to Pixelmon Automata.
As you may be able to tell, Mia has a very sore throat at the moment.
Do I? No, I would have never been able to tell.
And so, because Mia was...
dying?
because Mia's dying, he asked me
You're exaggerating, I'm not dying.
I would be prepared.
What the hell is the giant beaver doing?
He's mine. That's my giant beaver.
Why is he so large?
Because
they're not supposed to be that large.
I'll do another tackle.
So, Mia, if you were trying to translate beep boop into German, would it be beep boop? Or... hold on, no, that's not how you pronounce it. Beep. Beep. Beep.
Oh, okay.
Beep boop.
My hoot has just gotten a new thing. Psychic shift. Using its psychic powers of suggestion, the user transfers its status conditions to the target. I don't think I really want that one. Yeah, we're going to say, do we want to give up learning it yet?
Hip hip hooray.
Something's dying.
Your hoot is...
oh, poor thing.
dead.
No, it's back in its ball where it belongs. So I have done a little bit off camera. Nothing major. I just went out and got a load of trees, a lot of wood, so that I could do some building today. I wasn't particularly planning on today, just like the next time I streamed. So, and then Mia said,
I'm dying.
Dying.
Well,
do you want to stream?
That's not totally not what I sound like. Put some effort into your impersonations or impressions of me.
And
I mean,
so...
I put in effort when I'm impersonating you or Boris. Hi, I'm Sal. I'm playing Pixelmon today. As you can see, perfect imitation, unlike what you did.
Oops, missed. So when Mia said, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah! I didn't take much convincing, it's true. But also, Mia can't at the moment... Huh?
Well done.
Yeah, Mia at the moment can't do, like, a whole bunch of talking all by himself. You're alright doing support work, aren't you, Mia?
I feel like I'd survive, yes. Thank you. Well, no, I wouldn't. I'm still in the process of dying, but I'd survive for longer.
So yes.
Thank you for doing that. Although I was trying to paint you as the evil guy so people wouldn't blame me for not streaming.
I know, and I spoiled your evil guy thing, didn't I?
Not spoiled, it's just undermined it like the meddling kid you are.
So
and I would have gotten away with it, weren't it for you?
So hello Xeron, and hello Potato, and hello Tammy.
Thank you for telling me you're sorry I'm feeling
this thing is waving at everybody. So yeah, I did I've done 3 things. I have gathered some wood so I can do some building. I moved my waypoint so it's not in the middle of this room, it's just tucked down there a bit. And I also put another chest so that my chests weren't so overloaded, did a little bit of inventory sorting, but nothing substantial. What I want to do today is some more building work. We'll do building and fighting. And what I want to do is sort out my balcony, because I know what I want in way of a balcony. So we're going to sort out.
You should say hello to the spotted cow.
Hello, spotted cow. Good mood to you.
And Bill also believes that I really love Scooby-Doo. You might be surprised, but no, I don't. I find the dog bloody annoying.
It's all in my inventory. Right, cool. That's good. Let's convert a bunch of that to a bunch of them, and then a bunch of them to a bunch of them. And what's fences? We want the oak fence. Yep.
Sal,
yeah?
Have you considered having a cow on that balcony?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Is there a cow Pokemon? Probably.
There's bound to be. Yeah, we've got to get a cow Pokemon for the balcony. It's just not the same without it. Cow Pokemon.
You make it sound like you want to turn it into burgers.
No. Mia, that would be terrible. How can you say that in front of Spotted Cow?
Spotted Cow's fine with burgers.
as long as they're not spotted burgers.
Yeah, as long as we're eating striped cows, we're fine eating burgers.
Actually,
We've discussed that and established that a long while ago, and while I admit I'd love to have some burgers right now, Brexit. It's all Theresa May's fault. She doesn't want me to have the burgers, me specifically. She also wants me out of the country.
I don't think you can blame the lack of burgers in their apartment today on Brexit particularly.
Watch me.
I know you can attempt to, but
I mean, yes, I am aware that I'm in charge of the groceries, because otherwise nothing nice like German sausages would happen in here.
This is true.
It's hard to get German sausages around here, but they do sell some nice Frankfurters every now and then, which I occasionally get. But, you know, Brexit's happening, so we can't have nice things anymore. Potato's leaving us. He has to get ready for work. Farewell.
Oh, bye, Potato. Have a good day at work.
Also, he pointed out that there is a cow Pokemon.
Oh, well, we shall have to get a cow Pokemon and put it on our balcony.
Can you just keep a Pokemon station somewhere?
I don't actually know, but we will find a way. I think it'll probably follow me around.
Probably. I'm thinking about something like a pet holding device. Like in Starbound, like a little pillar that holds them.
Yes, there is.
There is.
There is. There's the breeding machine. So as long as we put the cow into breeding.
Oh yeah, that's going to be helpful. Your hotel's going to look like a bloody cow brothel.
Well, we don't actually need to put 2 cows on there. As long as 1 cow is hopeful.
Yeah, that's the display cow up on the balcony to lure patrons in or something. I'm having second thoughts about this.
I've just decided on a thing. Right, I'm going to remove that. And I'm going to remove this. This is going to be solid. Because we need something to be solid around here, and they should be the bits.
The first 5 of the HGV theory exams are done for the spotted cow.
Oh, well done.
It had 4 faults of 7 possible faults. The test was 45 questions and done in 36 minutes. I forgot what HGV stands for, so I'm just
Heavy goods vehicle.
I was going to come up with something of my own, like homogenic, geriatric veneers.
Yes, that is exactly.
I don't even know what I just described, to be honest.
He's just passed. Right.
Spotted Cow is asking, is Mia dying? Yes, as
yes,
usual.
Mia's dying.
Also, a second pack of AA alkaline batteries, preferably from Duracell, would help me get back on track. I'm running out of batteries is the joke I'm making.
Oh. You're a robot with no batteries.
Beep boop. Which brings me back to the earlier question from Bill also. How would I translate
I think that's one more.
Beep boop into German? What does a German robot sound like? What noises does the robot make?
Scary ones?
Your prejudice is shining through again. Just because the robot's German doesn't mean it automatically needs to be scary. I mean, sure, there were some very weird examples coming from Austria, which would, haunt you a little and constantly tell you that they will be back. But, doesn't mean that all of them have to be scary. Belos asking, so, Mia, by when do you expect to have died from this cold? He needs to know so he can time the sending of his condolences cards properly. Condolences card properly. Judging by my deteriorating ability to speak and read stuff, probably 8 days.
8 days. That's specific, huh?
He was asking for a transliteration, as in how would he write those? Of course. The first version.
Oh, is that the beep bump or something?
But no, beep boop.
Uh-huh. And what is it in German?
Beep boop.
That doesn't sound
The H in the second version of boop would introduce a pause in the sound of the word, which would not match what's happening in English. Then again, now that I'm thinking about it, the first version would draw out the U sound too long. What about a version where you just spell boop with B-U-P? Boop. Beep, boop. Yeah, that makes sense. You would spell it B-I-E-B, beep, with a long E, and B-U-P for boop. The short bit. We fixed it.
I'm fascinated.
Why?
Because it's fascinating.
You don't even know what we're talking about, to be honest.
You're talking about how to spell beep boop in German.
We had stairs, Sal.
I know. I'm a rebel. Can I put...
Spotted Cow is asking if it can suggest a pack of rechargeable lithium AA batteries. You can. I've had really bad experiences with them.
I think I probably want that to come all the way out here and go up there.
Because somebody constantly thinks, it's a smart idea to take those rechargeable batteries and put it into all sorts of things, like the landline phone that I can't even use here, or the bloody remote control for Waterwick,
3, 4, 5,
or my headphones.
6, 7.
I have to admit the culprit is me.
9,
I'm doing it.
10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you know where I
1,
can buy a flask?
2, 3.
Preferably before
4.
tomorrow.
1, 2, 3.
I want to look like I've suddenly developed an alcoholism problem.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that doesn't work.
I'd wager that it, makes me look respectable in certain circles of society. I'm not sure what these circles are yet, but I'll find them.
That lines up with that, so that's good.
Nice.
That lines up with that, so that's good.
You need to move your dock.
That, so that's good. But then that gap is bigger. So maybe I need to make this wider just so that I can put this one here.
So what you're saying is
maybe we just...
You want to have a fat dock.
Rip.
What
got two of them like waving at each.
What do you mean? Also, no, hold on. You can't do that. If you make the dock wider, it won't align with the door anymore.
That's true.
Oh.
Look at all these things waving at us.
Yeah, I know. You seem to have an infestation. How about we just move the dock to the left? As in around the corner.
Is there another one up there? Okay, well, I know where these ones are going anyway. So let's do this.
Yeah, somebody gets it. But also says, okay, that's it. It's all over. Let's restart the world. Aha. Tammy says, I don't actually need a flask to look like I have an alcoholism problem. Hiding the alcohol in any bottle would do just fine. Oh. So, if I just keep it in this cough syrup bottle, would people assume that it's alcohol and I'm hiding it from them?
Sure. It would be better if you put it in a brown paper bag, though.
I thought that was an American thing, and you don't actually do that here.
I think that's a hobo thing.
Sal, you can't say that.
What? Watch me. And then on this side, so that's like 1, 2, 3 in between each. So that would be 1, 2, 3. So there'd be one there. Does that line up with anything?
But also, as former arts teacher, use small apple juice Tetra Paks for that.
That's 2, not 3.
Like, how do you refill one of those apple juice Tetra Paks and then reseal? That sounds like more trouble than it's worth. A refillable flask, yes, I get that for a very practical joke, but Tetra Paks? Also, Tammy says, no, it's apparently not just an American thing. I didn't know that. Is it a German thing? As in, do we hide alcohol in paper bag? No, that's a dumb question. I doubt that Germans hide alcohol at this point. Say hello to another NPC.
Hello, NPC. Welcome to the stream. I am building my fishing shack.
Oh yeah, that. Did we say hello to Omni? I forgot.
Oh, it's on. Yeah, I waved hello, but I think he's AFK at the moment.
Oh, of course.
He's got an AFK fishing farm.
How do you operate that? I thought the fishing minigame in Minecraft requires you to press buttons periodically.
I think the idea is that you keep... Well, I know you do it in ordinary Minecraft. I don't know how you do it in Pixelmon. Because like in ordinary Minecraft, you just keep your right key, your right mouse key, pressed down.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. But then again, I never really cared enough for fishing to find that out.
Oh, I like fishing in Minecraft.
I admit it can be relaxing at times. It's just I never found anything useful to come out of fishing for me.
Oh,
besides the experience.
Because you get all kinds of like enchanted books and stuff like that.
You get enchanted books from fishing?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's have a look and see how this looks.
But also wants to know, is fishing in Minecraft the same thing as mining in Space Engineers by any chance?
For me, yeah, there is a thing. There's something similar there.
Something cathartic about grinding. Anyway, one of Tammy's history teachers used to hide his alcohol in a Coca-Cola can. But also his art teacher used those Tetra Paks to smuggle the alcohol into school. People tend to get creative when trying to hide their addictions. Yeah, but...
Yeah, we get more there and then, yeah.
Why do you have so many teachers suffering from alcoholism? I mean, I think it's fun to pretend. But if you're actually... That sounds like a problem. And PC wants to know what exactly this conversation is about. Oh, it's a mix of things. On the one hand, we're discussing the ethics of fishing and smuggling alcohol into schools as school officials. A common practice, really, at this point, as far as I can tell. Hello to Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
Who's asking, shouldn't Mia be the one playing? Well, yes, look at me. This is me. I'm playing, obviously. I am expertly putting down fences. Nobody else could do it like that.
Mia is having a sick day today. He's dying, aren't you, Mia?
No, you're exaggerating.
Yeah, Mia's not well enough to be able to handle a stream all by himself, and I don't want to play near Auto Tomato. So I said, when Mia said, do you fancy streaming for me? And I said, yeah, Pixelmon.
You make me sound so nice. That's totally not what happened.
Totally what happened?
I mean, yes it is, but it's not the version I'd like to portray to viewers. Where's all the drama? The expense? No. The suspense? No.
There wasn't really much in
tense?
the way of suspense. It was just I'm not feeling well, do you want to
stream?
stream?
Well, yeah, that's the reality version. I know that. Thank you for reminding me. I mean, where was the suspense and excitement for the viewer in the story?
Was there supposed to be some?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kinda.
I see. You didn't mention that. Alright, we need windows. I think we need some...
Tension!
Huh?
No, it's not tension. Tension is too properly physical. But also pointed out that nowadays teachers just get burnout. Back then they turned into alcoholics.
That's
it's a sign
true.
of changing times.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh,
wow. I guess teaching in the countryside means you're less likely to turn into alcoholics? Or I just lived through a freak accident teaching childhood. Bell also points out that suspense is probably the best word. Well, yes, logical people would say that. At the moment, I'm running on...
cough mixture.
Glycerine honey. And lemon.
Yes.
Which, unfortunately, as I've already lamented before, is not packed into a flask. I feel like that's an investment I should make for the future. I already have the train whistle.
Oops.
Now, if I combine the two things, I can be the Hobo King.
What has a train whistle got to do with being a hobo king?
I whistle the train, and then a freight train passes by because it responded to my call, and then I'm gonna hop the freight train and travel through the countryside.
I see.
It's like you have never done hoboing before.
I have to admit, my hoboing experience is a little on the limited side.
Oh, so hold on. Didn't I just say a little earlier on that we can't say that? It's probably an offensive word.
I wasn't aware of it being offensive. It might be.
Charlie points out that Mia sounds a bit like the XCOM advisor. Thank you. If you toss me a line that the XCOM advisor said, I could read it out and you can confirm for yourself that I sound nothing like him, as I'm reading it out. Mia the Hobo King liar. Belle also likes that idea. And Belle also goes with me having had a freak accident childhood, because Belle also's art teacher was also from the countryside. Okay. I did have a couple of crazy chemistry teachers.
Well, yeah, I mean, the chemicals are going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah, tragic. One of them was supposed to become the new vice headmaster. And then some weird woman snatched his job away in some large controversy, which was really disheartening. The man was really invested into this school. And then he was fired by her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the full details of it, just some bits carried on to me through a fellow student who was a better buddy with the man than I was. I'm not sure if buddy's the right word. And then there was the woman who could stare daggers into your face.
That's me.
No, you're not a chemistry teacher, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You were known for staring daggers into people? No, that didn't work just now.
I can do an evil stare if I want to.
Yeah, but the example you just provided kind of just looked like a puppy that's mildly upset over the fact that its fruit bowl is empty, so I guess you can't do it on command.
No, you have to kind of feel it, really.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Okay, so what do I do with this doorway?
Tammy said, "All hail the Hobo King." Thank you. I assume that's a sign somebody got that reference, which I highly appreciate. And another NPC wants someone to get that man a shopping cart. Are shopping carts still a thing in this country?
Yeah, but you have to pay £1 to get one.
Well, no, you borrow one temporarily by, making a deposit of £1, which you get back as soon as you return it. It's just, having lived in the city centre for so long, I don't think I've seen a shopping cart for quite some time. Add that to the fact that I try my hardest not to go out shopping.
True, it's true. There's not much requirement for going out shopping, is there?
No, not necessarily. Add that to the fact that they're weird vendors following me out on the streets trying to get me to buy some weird iPhone case for a model I don't have. But also his chemistry teacher was the nicest teacher he ever had. A bit of a twinkle in his eye, but in a nice way. And Charlie points out that if he gave me a line to read out, I would try my hardest to sound totally different. And Belle also reminds me that Sal is a boss. She has to be able to do the evil eyes.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, there's a difference between evil eyes and dagger eyes. One is, okay, you've messed up. I'm your boss. I'm reprimanding you. Let it not happen again in the future. Which is firm, but fair. And then their dagger eyes, which basically imply, oh, I'm gonna murder you tonight. Which is a frightening proposition, because you do not want to see that weird spindly woman that was my chemistry teacher standing over you in the middle of the night with a dagger in her hand.
I have a bedroom. Now I just need to go get my bed and bring it up here.
No offense, but A, your bedroom doesn't have a door, and B, at the moment, your bedroom just connects to a corridor that eventually just transitions into a cave. And the windows are a bit wide open.
I think I want my bed so that I think I'll put a wall here.
Well done.
And then we'll have the door over there, and my bed shall just look out over the sunset. That sounds gorgeous. Okay.
Why doesn't your room have a skylight then?
Because then the rain would come in, of course.
No, I mean, like with normal glass.
It might get one of those.
Spotted Cow is asking, so what have the styrofoam hat guy and the soup lady been up to lately?
Styrofoam hat guy was getting a telling off from me today.
Oh yeah. Poor him. She had to do the boss eyes.
I did the boss eyes. It's true.
If I caught that correctly, he was phoning some IT helpline because his device wouldn't load, his iPad device wouldn't load documents properly. And they told him, okay, you need to restart the device. For that, you need to hold down the power button, which was a bit too much to ask of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he broke apart.
He did.
It was a shame. Say hello to the control freak, who, as I believe, was Matthew. Oh,
Hello, Matthew.
Oh no, I recognize and remember people.
Yeah, so it's true. When polystyrene hat Phil was finding it too difficult to cope with having to fathom out what to do with holding down two buttons at the same time for 10 seconds. And he was like, oh, I'm losing it. Take over from me. And I was like, I'm busy.
It's a button, mate. You've held a button before. They're not some newfangled touchscreen technology. They exist on your TV remote. Anyway. How old is this styrofoam hat guy approximately?
55 maybe?
You have to keep in mind, the man hasn't operated computers until he was how old?
I'm guessing sometime in his 30s.
Really? I thought he started with you.
No, I was the first person ever to teach him anything.
Okay, he didn't understand how to use computers up until, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And he's come pretty far for that.
He has, actually, yeah.
It's just every now and then he slips back. Tammy reminds us that in America, there are a lot of shopping carts. I'm glad that somebody still has them. And Belle also points out that the shopping carts are all in front of the student accommodations. No, I've been there. They don't have them. They do have a lot of other garbage. It's atrocious. I did mention that one time I was visiting a friend in student accommodation and they just had chicken bones lying on the floor. Ugh. Right, I did mention that.
I don't remember you mentioning that.
Maybe I was too traumatized to mention it, but I just summarized the whole story, so there's no point in making a big tarrar out of it again.
A big tarrar. No, let's make a big tarrar out of it. I love the idea of making a big tarrar.
A big tarrar out of...
I've missed.
You missed.
Damn it.
You've bamboozled yourself.
I want to go there.
It looks... If you attach some stairs to it now, it looks like some weird art installation.
Oh.
We don't do mistakes, just happy little accidents.
Yeah.
I thought you felt inspired now. Thank you. Both Tammy and Bill also point out EU in response to the chicken bones on the floor. It's not just the chicken bones. It was the weird line of what I assume and hope was dried up red barbecue sauce that led to the chicken bones that were, the concerning bit. I also don't want to start talking about the carton of milk that was for some reason still standing on the counter open.
Which the EU factor depends on how long it had been there and whether it was trying to make its own way to the bin.
The bin was full. Like, overflowing full. There was rubbish around the bin. The hope was lost for these people. And I would assume that the milk has been standing up there for at least as long as the chicken bones were lying in the hallway. Yeah, now the spotted cow is also saying you and Tammy's upgrading to yuck.
I remember going and visiting a friend who lived in student accommodation.
My condolences.
And it was a big student block where there was, I think it was about... Hang on, that doesn't look right. Is that right? Oh, no, that's right. Where there was about 20 people living in the same building, and they all shared one kitchen. And there was one guy who just never, ever, ever... He had one plate, and he never, ever washed it. And his theory was that every time he had something new to eat, he would just microwave his plate to kill all of the germs.
Oh, no.
It was awful.
I mean, I've lived in student accommodation myself before. And it was clean and pristine and wonderful there. But that's probably because I lived there and took care of everything.
So, what led to you moving out of student accommodation, Mir? And deciding to
like the
live
other
by
people.
yourself?
I mean, as much as I appreciated that I could, clean stuff up, I didn't like the fact that I kept cleaning up their stuff, and eventually enough is enough. So, toodle-doo.
How long have I got before you decide to give up on living here?
It's okay, we have Waterwick.
Oh, that's true, we do have Waterwick.
I didn't have that back then.
Oops. Oops.
Tammy, earlier on, said, everyone all together, say ew.
Ew.
Thank you.
Truly
no,
as well.
Hold on.
What?
Someone failed.
What?
Another NPC said, and then started talking about fond memories of college dorms. There are no fond memories there.
I've got some fond memories of college dorms, but probably because I never actually lived in one.
Yeah, I guess that helps.
I lived in shared houses with other college students. That's kind of different.
Yeah, I hear that's significantly better because the people living there are aware that, this is actually their stuff.
Yeah.
And they're not just borrowing it from... There's a difference between actually properly having your own place and living in what is basically a long-term youth hostel.
Yeah.
Ah, goodness, here's a challenge. Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is gone. That's probably not what he sounds like. Also, I feel like I should have said you once knew is gone instead of once know is gone, but yeah, it's too late now. That was, I assume, a line from XCOM. that I was supposed to read out with my dying voice. They're half slaps. You'd need to remove.
Yeah.
Also, you need some lights up here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thinking what I'm gonna do is like this and this.
What the hell?
And then, because it kind of needs some curves on these. This is just experimenting for the moment.
I mean, it looks a bit chonky, but I can live with it. Yeah, this is nice. Well, not as nice as the weird art installation I was envisioning beforehand, but I've already consigned that to history.
We're going to need an upstairs as well, though. Okay, and then we're going to have to curve this edge as well, I think. Otherwise, it just wouldn't look right.
Matthew's suggesting that you could put the arches one block higher for a thinner pillar look. I think she went with this chunky bit on purpose. Bell also points out to me directly that Sal is currently decorating, in heavy quotation marks. This will take a while and my input will not be crucial. Or probably recognised either.
Of course
and
it
the
will.
spotted cow wants to know, and that's a really valid question where you can now ruin my hopes and dreams in front of everyone.
What?
Why isn't Mia playing this too? Well, for a start, Sal doesn't like me playing with here because I have some weird illusions of grandeur by running around with a helix fossil and calling it the god of this world. Also, there is another reason that Sal's going to talk about hopefully now. Why am I not on the server was the question.
Okay, so there is actually a qualification for getting on this server.
I am not qualified. It's probably my alcoholism. Oh, goodness. Did the guy at the pharmacy say if I was supposed to not drink half the bottle already? I might have an alcoholism problem.
You can drink whatever you want with that stuff. It's fine.
You mean with the bottle?
Yeah.
It's a very open thing to say. I mean, what if I drink bleach? That's not very healthy. And the guy at the pharmacy probably wouldn't approve of that.
Yeah, I mean, you could take it to an extreme, it's true. And knowing you, you probably will.
I feel personally attacked right now. Anyway, qualifications, please go on and explain.
1 second. Yes. Need to do that one. So yes, there is a qualification for playing on the server, which is to do with it's not so much anything. Well, there's a few things. You have to be either a streamer or a recorder. You've got to be an active content creator, but also you need friends in high places.
I don't have any friends.
And unfortunately, I don't count as a friend in a high place. So the server's called the Friends of Friends server for a specific reason. And that is because everybody who's on the server has
friends, unlike you lots and me.
That has a history or has some sort of background or experience of playing with a well-known player. And that's because we are expecting to be joined by some quite well-known players on the server in due course.
And those people do not want to see the purple like me running around praising the helix fossil.
It's more to do with... Let's put some lights up here. With make it... Because when you've got a certain... how do I put this? When you've got someone who qualifies somewhere along the way as being something of a celebrity, then they get used to being a bit harassed by people.
Harassed?
Yeah. So it becomes difficult for them to be able to play with their friends.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean.
Which was the whole premise of this server, is that there are some... We're not talking the like mega stars, but we're talking some relatively well-known names who wanted to play with their smaller friends. And they wanted somewhere to play. But anytime they go on a public server, they get harassed by fans. So what this server is providing for them is a place where they can go play with their mates. And so anybody who comes on the server so that anybody who is a reasonably well-known name person coming on this server feels comfortable with the other people who are here, then there needs to be a qualification of everybody who's on the server that they can show that they've played with somebody or done something with one of the bigger names. It just gives everybody comfort that no one's going to go all starstruck and start dancing around in front of somebody's face while they're trying to stream or something like that.
So Belle also said something that had a deeper lying question implied in it, so I'm just going to address the question I read through between the lines instead of actually saying what he was saying, because I believe it implies something very unfortunate that we wouldn't want to broadcast anywhere. Is Boris a friend in high places?
No.
Aha.
Boris
The plot thickens.
Actually qualify to play on the server.
It's because he doesn't have friends either. He has Apple, but he doesn't count really as a friend. He's more like a father figure.
It was, Boris hasn't actually done anything with, or at least when I was talking to him about this server and what it was about and stuff, Boris certainly didn't try to qualify himself for it. There.
Bill also says, spoiler alert, Jay Sano plays with the NID. Matthew suggested that he could be my friend. Well, not that I want to seem picky, but can you compare to the likes of superstars beyond my wildest dreams, most of which I don't even know? I have never seen Jay Sano. I don't know what he looks like or sounds like. Which is heresy to say on this sort of server, I imagine, which is why people don't want me around. Which is fair, I understand.
Yeah, he plays with Merry.
I have no idea who that is either.
You know who Merry is. He plays on this server.
I don't know most of the people here. It's a wonder I remember that Control Freak is Matthew, or that Matthew's a Control Freak.
I put this in...
Charlie pointed out that it indeed was a line from XCOM 2, and he says that I did it fairly good. Thank you, but you're just saying that to not hurt my feelings. Speaking about feelings, another NPC is saying that someone should get me a couple of whiskey shots to clear his throat.
Well, that's exactly what I would say is the best thing to do.
Well, no, all I need is the shot glass. I've got my pretend alcohol right here with me. I just need the right container to illustrate the idea to other people.
I want to put a little extra bit balcony here.
Charlie has some... Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Charlie either has some shot glasses or some friends lying around that he could send me his way. I'm not sure which he didn't define. Both of which are mildly concerning because whatever you're going to send, it's going to break in the mail. Have you ever sent anything with the Royal Mail? They're not very considerate. The Spotted Cow says that we need to start an Admir campaign. I don't think that's going to fix it. Unless you somehow get me a high place friend, just so I can spread this weird fossil religion everywhere. I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, Mia does have the advantage because he was recruited as server admin. Then...
That's not an advantage, that's a disadvantage, because that implies a rule of no interference. I am not supposed to interact with the players on the server unless they file a support ticket.
It's what it does. I mean, server admins always have a certain right of access to a server.
For maintenance.
It would be rude not to.
It would be difficult to manage the server if we weren't allowed to, yes.
Yes.
It also implies that I cheated myself my Helix fossil.
And plus it would be very difficult as an admin, as a server admin, to resist the urge to cheat yourself in some kind of weird fossil. What? Oh god, someone's killed me.
Sorry, I just like the idea that this is a universal urge any sort of administrator anywhere has. like the guy who takes care of the server at the organization at the office. He controls our Microsoft Exchange, but he also wants to have a fossil.
I think I need a bit more work.
Which I'm in favour of, really. Spotted Cow is asking, is Avak involved in this?
Spoilers, Sam. Spoilers.
The Spotted Cow could be a cow friend to Mia.
Oh, that's not very good.
I mean, I do recognize that cows are like almost at the top of the hierarchy on this world. But I'm not sure if they qualify to be on this server. Well, they probably could qualify, but it's a bit hard to actually reach the point of qualification if you don't have opposable thumbs. But also once watched a couple of videos of Jason way back in the day. He apparently did naked shower video.
Oh, he did, yeah, that's true.
What?
He did.
Who are you hanging out with, Sal?
He did. What did he call it? His shower. It was just headshots, and he did like video, like vlogs, but while he was having a shower. It was.
Was that a feature, or was his schedule just that busy?
It was a feature. But yes, he did a few of them.
who would seek out that sort of video feature? I don't want to know, actually. Charlie corrects me and points out that he does have whiskey shots lying around that he could send through the mail. So no friends. Charlie does not have spare friends.
Not ones that will happily oblige to be sent through the mail.
Oh, they're not being asked.
Look. It's looking good. I like it.
It is looking good. Very nice.
So it needs another way up top there with another set of railings around. And we need to bring it out here somehow. But yeah.
And eventually a little bit more variation in the colour.
Yeah. I like to get the shape right first and then start tinkering with the colours.
We're getting there slowly. In the meantime, Spotted Cow's guessing that Avak is not on.
I can't. Yeah. Well.
No, hold on. The Spotted Cow is guessing that Avak is on and coming. I'm sending mixed messages here. They're probably guessing both.
One of the reasons,
spoilers.
There's a couple of reasons why spoilers actually, and one is that the server was set up. It was primarily driven by a handful of people, who particularly wanted something like this, and whilst they have made a particular commitment to come play, we haven't held anybody else. We've had expressions of interest from others, so partly the reason why I don't want to do spoilers is because we don't want to promise anything when we're not asking for any kind of commitment off anybody else. So there are people who've said that they're interested in coming and playing, but they might get bored with Pixelmon before then.
What a shame.
And because we did say no big names on the server for at least 2 weeks. So we're 1 week in now, and we've got another week to go. And that's so that we can get set up and just us lot play by ourselves and get some facilities in place and things.
Well, this might just be me, but I feel like you should do more group activities.
Well, at the moment, everybody's just sort of setting up their own thing.
Yeah, I know, but it helps.
We will get into that sort of stuff.
I mean, if I do remember correctly, you did have one large communal building project designed that's going to attract all the people. You need to get that done soon, and I have to admit, group sessions were the thing I remember most fondly in Space Engineers.
Yeah.
And I assume that sort of thing could happen organically here again.
Yeah. But I think with Pixelmon, there is a kind of drive to get all of the things that you need and to get your own facilities set up first, and that's got to go.
Has this always been there?
Casting a shadow.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it has always been there.
Impressive that you spotted that. People usually don't look up in games.
Have I got all of... Oh, there's another tree there. We'll get that one.
No, that one just grew.
Yeah, we'll get that one. Did you see my parkour skill there? First time and everything. Thank you.
You're very welcome. But also points out that then again, you already have Anubis on the server. Nothing can really top that. Charlie points out that his friends wouldn't fit into the mail. Also, he doesn't want to have something to do with human traffic.
Oh, human trafficking, yeah.
And he would say that he can't sell them as well. Well, you can sell them if you're determined enough.
It would be illegal though, Mia. And I don't think it's something that you, as a future teacher, should really be condoning.
I'm not.
Oops. Or encouraging, for that matter.
Oh, I was doing that. Spotted Cow says, Mia and fondly in Space Engineers. What could Mia possibly be missing from Space Engineers?
Beach biome. Beach biome.
No, I'm not missing beach biomes from Space Engineers, I assure you.
There's a legendary spawn somewhere around here. I haven't got a legendary yet, and I think I'm the only one on the server who hasn't.
Well, clearly you need to fetch yourself an Omanite.
A what?
Omanite.
What's an Omanite?
A helix-shaped Pokemon.
I don't actually know the Pokemons that well.
It's alright. Just imagine a helix.
I must have a
You know a helix.
I do.
The swirly bit. Just imagine that. Put some tentacles on it. Bam! Pokemon. And, more importantly, a god.
I think it must be on a beach near me.
Really?
Yeah, because we've noticed that there is a tendency for things to spawn around people who are on the server. Because I guess that's because where the chunks are active. Let's jump in a boat. Go see if we can see anything.
Oh, I might have misread Charlie's message. He points out that I probably don't even want to have as friends. I think. I might have misread that too. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was going to ruminate about Space Engineers.
Over here.
There's one aspect I do miss about Space Engineers.
What's that? The group work?
And that is sitting together with people like Minty, Lupus, sometimes Apple, and Boris, and having a laugh about Oprah Winfrey's leg.
And other such wonders.
Yeah. Maybe even unrelated things. I'm not sure if whatever you're currently circling around counts really as a beach.
I think this bit was a beach. And then there's a bit more beach over here.
Apparently I'm still wrong. Also, apparently they're called the Nautilus in real life. Well, how about you spell it out again?
And I think all of this here is beach.
Spell it out again, and maybe I'll realize what you really meant. In the meantime, Belorsa's asking, wasn't it Bill Cosby's leg, or was he her leg? No, Bill Cosby is the leg of Oprah Winfrey. So when Oprah Winfrey just steps by walking on forward, Bill Cosby constantly makes soupity zoopy poop noises. Which would be especially funny, because it only happens with one side of a leg. Matthew points out that the thing I missed most in Space Engineers were the pistons and rotors. Well, I can't miss something that never really existed in the first place. Functioning pistons and rotors don't really, exist in Space Engineers. For a second there I was about to say Minecraft, which I guess would be true, but no, it wouldn't. If you install something like Better Than Wolves, you do have functioning rotors and pistons. Ow. Spotted Cow says that we need to try out the new Space Engineers multiplayer update.
Yeah, I've been talking about that.
You have? With whom?
Yeah, with people.
With people. I'm apparently not people.
Yeah, people have been talking about it.
Ugh.
Oh look, there's a cat-like thing. Oh no, that's just one of those ratuses, isn't it?
I think Charlie is trying to say that I don't want to be associated with human trafficking myself by receiving friends in the mail. I probably misread that too.
Wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't make assumptions about me.
Well, can I be liable for gifts that are being sent to me? That doesn't look like a legendary Pokemon.
No. What's that, though? The thing that's dying up there, that looks like a sandy...
Yeah, I can read too.
Ghast. Are they... They're not even attacking each other, are they? Let's just try and attack that one.
You missed.
Hoothoot, that was pathetic. pathetic.
In Hoothoot's defense, it was just your poor aim. That still doesn't look like a legendary Pokemon.
No, but
that
I
looks
want
like
it.
a handkerchief. In the meantime, say hello to BlueZoom.
Hello, BlueZoom. Welcome to the stream.
We're currently chasing
a Sandygast.
A handkerchief through the sand. Spotted Cow is asking, Mir, can we get a Mir Skyrim stream series?
I really want to see Mir play Skyrim.
No.
What would you play, Mir?
Skyblivion. I would play Skyblivion or Skywind? Yeah, Skywind.
Okay, normal doesn't affect it.
But it'll probably be another decade before we reach that point.
Flying? Affects it a little bit.
Also, Bill also posted a cat of the day. Thank you. Your services are being recognized and appreciated. And say hello to Paz Forever.
Hello, Paz Forever.
Who points out that the Sandygast is actually a ghost, which kind of makes sense now in terms of the name. You killed the handkerchief.
I killed the handkerchief. Okay, I wasn't expecting. I mean, I know Polypa's a good bit more powerful than Hoothoot, but I didn't expect it to be quite that much more powerful. What did I get? Red sand, sand, sand. Okay, well, at least now I know what I get from that anyway.
Sal?
Yeah?
How do I imitate a Welsh accent?
Oh, it's no good asking me. I'm no good at any accents.
Yeah, but, you know, you grew up significantly closer to Wales than I did. So obviously you're more qualified to know. Point in case being, Paz is asking if we too are Welsh, by any chance. Do we sound Welsh? If so, it's entirely by accident. I am, in fact, I am the token German around here, my friend.
So, Mir is actually German.
Ja, das kann ich bestätigen. Guten Morgen alle miteinander.
I suppose I do come from near Wales.
Yeah, but from my perspective, almost everyone in this country comes from near Wales.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to leave this chest of junk.
We sound a little bit Welsh.
At the same time...
Sal, we sound a little bit Welsh.
Ah.
Was that on our bucket list?
Was what on our bucket?
Sounding Welsh.
Which bucket list?
I have a bucket list of things I want to sound like. I have one about accidentally sounding Scottish.
It's a boss. I've never fought a boss.
That looks like a very pitiful boss, but...
Let's fight the boss.
Ooh. Paz, on a side note, is very close to Wales, as he lives in the centre of Wales.
Oh, right. Well,
yeah,
you probably wouldn't take kindly to me saying I come from near Wales, because I come from Liverpool.
Oh, now you've done it. I have no idea why that's a bad thing, but I've been told by people that if I know Liverpoolians, I should walk away.
No,
haven't gotten around to it yet.
That's not true.
No, I have been told that.
Yeah.
But they didn't say Liverpoolians, I know. I just forgot the weird derogatory term they used.
Scouser.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's not really derogatory, it's colloquial.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like what you are doing to the word for breadling is derogatory.
What did I get? Safety goggles. Oh, what can I do with safety goggles?
Chemistry experiments.
What do safety goggles do? Do I put them on me? Oh, I do. I wear them on my head. Like a bow.
Sorry, I'm dying.
So, if I look at me... No, that's not me. F5. Okay, they are literally on my head. I'm keeping them there. Unless they've got durability.
Can you wear other items on your head?
I don't know.
Can you wear a Helix fossil on your head?
I don't know.
We need to get you one.
We'll go fossil hunting.
Does Pixelmon actually have fossils?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, look, there's a mushroom. Let's go get the mushroom. Can't
Is
jump up
that
there.
a normal mushroom or is that a Pokemon?
It's a Pokemon mushroom.
Oh god.
Not the Hoot Hoot got one of them.
I guess it's time for mushroom soup, everybody.
I saw a mushroom up here. I think it's the thing that's going, fuck. I'm not entirely sure what it's saying. But it sounds like someone's whispering a swear word under their breath. Yeah.
What an ugly mushroom. Who drew... Oh. Another perfect...
Another perfect thing. There is a way... We can kind of tinker a bit with the...
Ah.
But it's dreadful.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Ah. I can see. Thank you. Paz pointed out that he's Welsh, in conjunction with also reminding us that Paz lives in the centre of Wales. But the concerning bit...
Okay. No fungus for us.
Oh, did she just...
I hit it once and I one-shot it. Okay, so flying is very effective against this.
Well, my prediction came true. We'll have mushroom soup tonight.
We shall have mushroom soup.
Yeah, it's a bit morbid. Paz left a sad face next to the indication that Paz is Welsh. I'm not sure what that's supposed to imply. Is it a tragedy to be Welsh in this country?
No, not at all.
Are you saying that because it's politically correct, but in truth you do believe that? You can't say that because that would be politically incorrect. I get you. I feel like I'm talking myself into a corner here.
There's a long history, well, should I say there's an old history of Welsh people and Irish people being, what's the word, discriminated against by English people.
Yeah, that sounds like you. Not you specifically.
Well, no, I'm of Irish descent.
No, I mean you, the English.
Yeah.
But also I was asking, so Sal, where exactly were you born? In Salford?
Now,
I think he's giving you an accusatory stare.
No, I was actually born in Liverpool. I didn't live there for very long, but that's where I was born and that's where all my family are. But the reason why I've got Salford in my name is because back in the day when people were finding names for themselves on the internet, because I was a bit of an early adopter of the internet because I was in telecoms and, you know, you needed to go to telecoms forums to go figure out how things worked and stuff. And back then it was very common to choose a name that indicated where in the world you were, where you were talking from. And at the time, I was living in Salford. So that was my name. I was just Salford. But then as the internet became more popular, there was more and more Salfords. And so people had shortened Salford to Sal. And then so because I was known as Sal, and I needed to expand my name, it just became SalfordSal. So SalfordSal is actually short for Salford.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I was an early adopter of the internet myself, I'd like to say. So early that I misconstrued the idea that the prefix www dot is supposed to be part of everything you do, which is why my first email address started with www dot.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, I mentioned that story before.
Did. Yeah.
I'm very proud of that. Still have the email address. Not using it, but, you know. Paz points out that fungus is a grass type.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah. That explains why you just obliterated it.
Yeah.
Also, Matthew says that you could spin the camera around by holding the right mouse button.
What's that?
It says so on the label.
I've
and
not
it just
seen
told
one of
you.
those before.
Well, go get it.
Shall do.
And you can...
Only the boat won't let me out. There we go.
And you can try out new camera controls.
It had to go at me.
Hold on. Hold the right mouse button and move your mouse around.
Oh, that works.
That apparently works a lot easier.
Yeah, but apparently Pilippa's like making a break for it. He's like, nah, I'm out of here.
Oh, well done.
He thinks he's funny. Alright, let's try.
I hope he jumps out of the boat when he attacks.
No, he's staying in the boat to attack. Okay.
Well, it's better than it taking the boat and dragging it on land.
I'm going for the water gun because it's not very effective. Do you think I can get another one in? Or do you think another one's going to kill it?
Go for it.
You reckon?
No.
What I really need is false swipe. I've not got that yet. Spotted Cow got first PC in the early 90s. Yeah.
Spotted Cow also pointed out that you Brits need to be nicer, or the Scandinavians have to go full-on Vikings again. Well, that's kind of a lost proposition there. The Brits are currently working on alienating all of Europe. And half of its own country. Ah.
Alright. One more. Hey, got it.
Hip hip hooray.
Fabulous.
It's been stored in your PC, which you don't have.
I don't have one.
That's good.
Not yet. I need to remember which of the Pokemons give me glowstone, because I only need one piece of glowstone. I mean, or I could build my house enough that we get that I've got my room built for the Nether portal, and then we can go into the Nether and go get some glowstone.
Oh, I read some horrifying stories about Nether exploring.
Yeah, I believe it's wise to dump all your stuff in a chest before you go through the Nether for the first time, because you're never quite sure where it's going to spawn you.
Yeah, as far as I can tell from people's complaints, the Nether is an unforgiving and harsh mistress here, more so than usual.
But it's not because of the mobs, is it? It's just because of how it has a tendency to land you there. Oops. Bump, bump.
Belle also didn't have a PC until 2001, and Tammy didn't have one until 2006. So the Spotted Cow is an early adopter too. I see. And Paz points out that electric types drop glowstone. Also, Belle also has a question for you, Sal.
Yes.
I think you already spotted it, which is why you recoiled in horror and moved your face away.
No, I was looking
Why would you name a city a pool of livers?
Did I reset my spawn after moving my bed? This is why I wanted... Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Especially if there was no...
you designed it like this.
I did. Especially if
F1.
there was no F1. Can't.
Oh, that usually gets rid of the UI. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful sunsets. So yes, I did pick this specifically for the view.
Well done.
And the sunset.
Is that the spawn island over there in the distance?
That's the spawn island.
Oh, I thought it would have lined up with that.
No,
You know what?
That lump over there lines up with spawn, but it's very short. I wanted something that was a bit bigger, a bit taller. I like this because of all of the caves and things that, you know, all of these little passages and things that I'm gonna do stuff with.
Free real state. So why would you name your city a pool of livers again? People need to know.
It's the Liverpool. I'm trying to remember where the name Liver came from. I used to know, and now I can't remember. It does actually have a meaning.
Shelter.
There's a shelter. Where's the shelter? I want another shell ball. Where are you?
According to Wikipedia, it possibly means a pool or a creek with muddy water in it.
Shelter.
He's in here. That's not what I remember.
Okay, well.
Shelter.
Are you here somewhere? Where is it?
Tammy points out that there's a town in Oklahoma. Did I mispronounce Oklahoma?
Shelter.
It's more of an Oklahoma.
There's a town in Oklahoma called Glenpool. Does that mean it's named after a pool full of people named Glen?
Well, a glen is a type of mountain.
Shelter.
Oh heavens. I wouldn't recommend swimming in a pool that's full of mountains.
Pilippa, your
Shelter.
aim is terrible. So a glen pool would be a
Did you
pool
just call
in a
my
mountain.
aim terrible?
Huh?
Why
No,
did
Pilippa.
You're the one throwing the ball.
Phew.
The bird inside has no influence on where it's being thrown.
I beg to differ. There's lots of beach just around the edge there. Never mind. That legendary will have despawned by now. So what I'm going to do with this bit, I think this is going to be just an outdoor balcony area, but I need to make some kind of a roof thing, like for here. So I think there's going to be a wall, that'll be a doorway, and then we just have a roof that goes backwards. There's another waving thing. We've got an awful lot of waving things.
Tammy was being silly, by the way. A pool in Oklahoma is a reference to where oil was found.
Oh. Oh, that's not equal. I wasn't even aware that Oklahoma was an oil state. Don't know if that's the right phrase, actually. Oops, no, not you.
Also, Bell also says there's also a place in either Canada or the United States called Gaylordsville, named after the founding family called Gaylord. And Paz points out that there's a train station in Wales called
I can pronounce that if you want.
Why do you think it was called that?
Oh no, I've got that the wrong way around. Llandrobwyth Llantysilio something go.
I need to put more emphasis on the sounds. Thank you.
It means the church by the Church of St. Mary's by the whirlpool in the river.
Side
Something
note.
like that.
Congratulations. According to Paz, you were really close.
Oh, thank you. It's something
Okay.
that I have practiced in the past.
Okay. You've been outed as a Welsh person now.
That's
It's
okay.
over now.
I would be.
We've discovered your secret identity.
Mm-hmm.
The Welsh authorities will come see you now. You can no longer hide from them.
Welsh history is amazing.
Paz knew you were Welsh from the very start.
Oops.
Well aimed.
I didn't mean to do that.
Was your Bert responsible for you missing that too?
No, that was blatantly my own misfooting.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The spotted cow lives in a small place that, if you translate it to English, is called Hell's Hill.
Ah.
I used to drive through a German place just called Hell on my way to work in the past. Well, it translated just refers to Hell, which was a really tiny village, like no more than 10 houses, and it was at the bottom of a small valley.
It actually sounds quite pleasant.
Oh, no, it's not. If it snowed and you have to drive down there, your car will not survive.
So, not pleasant by your particular standards. I got something above me now.
No, I'm just wagered that they probably discovered it in winter and somebody slipped down there and fell down into hell.
Ah, I see.
Obviously. Okay. But also says, by the way, have you ever heard of the German town of Puffendorf? It's also Bell also lives right next to a town called Geilenkirchen.
Mm.
I'm not gonna translate that. Anyway.
That means it's rude.
Oh no, I'd never. Charlie points out that there's a city in Canada with the name Vulcan, and they have a replica of the USS Enterprise from Star Trek somewhere
Cool.
erected in there. That is really nice. Also, there's a village somewhere close to Belorso that's called Horst. That's a nice name, I guess.
Is it? I don't know. What does it translate as?
I
Does it
wouldn't quite
translate
know,
as
but a friend of
anything?
mine had that as his nickname.
Oh.
Paz points out that there is some poetic irony. I'm taking some poetic liberty in reading out his comment, that I have to drive through hell to get to work.
Yeah.
It sounds very German.
That was my thoughts were going very much along those lines.
Thank you. You could have mentioned it beforehand and then you would have gotten the creative points.
Oh, it's okay. Look at my house. I don't feel like I need any more creative points than the ones I've already awarded myself through this amazing building.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're the judge, the jury, and the creator?
Yeah. Of course.
I feel like you're breaking a couple of good practice rules there.
Pa.
Pa was not really an adequate answer to that.
Pa will do for me. Oh no, I was gonna do probably a staircase type roof up here.
You failed. You forgot to calculate for that. But also points out that Horst is usually just a man's first name in German. So it doesn't have any particular meaning to it.
Ah.
And I'm not going to read out what Bill also just said. Don't you dare read it out yourself. Oh, I just said those.
Whorehouse Village. I just read it out, Mia.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? I need more stairs.
You know, sometimes I do think that
What?
you have the personality of a cat made human.
For what? A what?
A cat made human.
Ah.
Like, I know you don't want me to toss that glass over, but I did. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh! I got a thing. I don't know what to do with it.
Oh yeah, what's the thing?
I got a I've got a quick claw. I don't know which of my my critters to stick it on.
Should we point out that the Enigma berry at the top there kinda looks like a spoiled, rotten chicken bone leg thingy?
Yeah, I suppose it could.
Why
I've
are you
got cell
keeping
batteries,
it?
but I haven't got an electrical one yet. Or if I have, it's in my PC, which I can't open. Would this Quick Claw be any good with any of the ones I've got here? I'm thinking maybe the Bartholomew, because that does normal attacks and it's got claws and teeth.
Let's send Bartholomew to the nail salon.
There we go.
Are you just attaching fake nails? Okay, cool. Matthew points out that Minecraft has no established government. This is Saltopia. I'll have to remind you that I have been elected mayor of Knitsville of all of Minecraft in Knitsville. So obviously I make the rules, most of which are totalitarian and involve a lot of censorship. And I do good censoring Sal one day. One day. There's also an Austrian or Swiss town that regularly gets its nameplate stolen for some bizarre reason that we're not going to acknowledge.
Why? Because it's what?
No.
I see.
You
because
don't.
it's a swear word.
Yes, thank you.
That means sexy times.
Spotted Cow is asking, Mia, have you really only realized that now? The Spotted Cow thought that everybody knew here that Sal is actually catfolk. No, you get that wrong. Most of the time, she acts like a normal human being. It's just, sometimes she doesn't. Most of the time, it happens with you people around. It must be a bad influence. Paz points out that a Quick Claw gives a Pokemon a chance to hit first.
Oh. And does it work with something like a Pelipper or the Grovyle or something like that?
Probably, but I think they fit better on Bartholomew. Look at him.
Indeed. He looks like he should have a claw thing. I'm not sure I want this to go up quite as steep as that. I mean,
Bell also points
right
out.
there.
I need to stop saying also when I'm reading out with something Bill also saying, because for some reason it messes me up every time. But also points out that Sal being realizing that Sal is a bit like a cat comes a bit late. Jesus. Also, Matthew wants to know, a human being or a human being?
Oh, fabulous. That old chestnut, that was one of Mia's best moments.
When you say one-off, that's the only best moment I had. That's my magnum opus. I will never be able to live up to that anymore, ever again. Yeah, that's going to... You just lost your torch.
It's okay, I'll get more. There is an infinite number of torches in this infinite world.
No, you're limited by the hard drive space of the server.
Well, okay. So there might be a theoretical limit to the number of torches in this infinite world. Because the world, in theory, is not actually infinite because it's limited by the hard drive space.
Sal, this thinking process is what got us onto the path of global warming. Do you want for global warming to happen in Minecraft?
I think that should go there.
If not, switch to solar power, please. Go make some daylight sensors, build some electrical redstone lamps, go green.
I can go yellow.
Yeah, I guess it works too. You know what bothers me? The entire time I've been watching you, I don't think I've seen a single first-generation Pokemon anywhere around here. If I'd actually be playing on this server, I'd have a hard time establishing a team.
Oh, why? Do you discriminate against the newer Pokemons?
I don't discriminate. I just have preferences.
I think that's included in the definition of discrimination, isn't it?
Okay.
That's a bit like saying
Okay, let me
I
run
don't
an example.
discriminate against...
Let me run an example past you.
Uh-huh.
I like vanilla ice cream a lot more than I like chocolate ice cream. I have a preference for vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Am I discriminating against chocolate ice cream?
Reminds me. Now you mention vanilla ice cream. You know the vanilla ice cream in the freezer?
Oh. Did you eat that too, as well as the imported chocolate I bought from Europe?
Oh, but you just left that lying around in the fridge doing nothing.
Lying around in the fridge? It needs to cool. Do I need to hide it?
You left it there for days. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
May I point out that it's not been in the fridge for longer than 7 hours before you devoured both of them.
That's not true.
Both, two of them. Oh yes, I guarantee you. I bought the first bar. I ate it after
Okay.
And then I bought more because I have a problem. And I bought 2 of them. And you ate both within 7 hours of purchase. But they're expensive.
No, they're not. They're £1 a bar.
Yes. And they used to cost only 35 cents.
That's about right.
So what did you do to the vanilla ice cream? All of it?
No, not all of it. Don't do that, Mia. That'll come through terrible on the microphones.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to demonstrate my anxiousness.
All of it. Just some of it.
This is why I can't have nice things. Like the little joys in life I have. Like this one bit of chocolate that I'm importing from Europe. And you're eating both of it. Like, maybe I thought of you too. And thought, okay, there's some people in this household who can't resist just devouring anything in their way. Maybe if I satiate them slightly by providing a secondary distraction chocolate bar.
You said you can have the other one if you want. How am I supposed to resist it when you say you can have the other one if you want? I don't feel like it.
You're my boss. And my landlady.
Doesn't count.
I can't really say no.
That doesn't count.
In your eyes, but that's because you're apparently the one who makes the rules here. You're judge, jury, executioner, and lawmaker.
Only of my own designs.
Yes, your own very twisted designs that I have to live with just because I keep a closet running here.
Apparently this is why chat watches the stream, is just reasons to watch us argue.
Yes.
My staircase is bugging Matthew because it's not central.
Yeah, I know. It's been bugging me too, but I've not been saying anything because I'm suffering a mild aneurysm over some chocolate. But also points out that I could just call Belorso by Belorso's name, which is, in theory, Belorso.
It's Bernie.
No, it says Belorso. That's how I got to know him. That's how he will be called in my book forevermore. That's why I know Control Freak is Matthew. So Control Freaks will always be Matthew, and Matthew will always be a Control Freak.
There you go.
Also, you haven't answered my question about whether or not you consider me having a preference for vanilla ice cream means I'm discriminating against chocolate ice cream.
Look at that. Now I'll not.
I feel like I'm winning the point here, and that's why you're trying to not answer the question.
No, I just haven't really given it the due consideration that I think it deserves.
Let me put it like that. I think I know most of the first generation Pokemon. I'm familiar with them, and I know how to operate and handle them. I can't say I have that for any of the following generations of Pokemon. I believe I could be most effective with the first generation tools, which is why I'd like to stick with them.
Do you think I should mine that out so that I get a really nice tall staircase roof?
Yes. And then make a balcony behind it.
See, what I could do is, like, I understand where Matthew's coming from. This bit's annoying because it's like not the same on that side. But if I was to replicate that on that side, yeah, you see, and then like that bit on that bit, and then the roof like that. Then, although this bit, it wouldn't look central here, it would be balanced in its not quite centeredness. Yeah, I think we've got it. Okay, let's just take down at least this.
Tammy pointed out that over ice cream, they're arguing over ice cream, which Belle also pointed out is why he watched those streams. And Spotted Cow calls us an old couple. I'm pretty sure any elderly couple would treat each other's ice cream with more respect than that. It's not even the ice cream, it's the bloody chocolate bar. It's like... I want to have a marzipan Ritter Sport now.
I told you I could get you one on the way home.
You didn't! It said you just got me my make-believe alcohol.
And you said...
yes, I need alcohol. For my...
Because the thing is that the shop that sells the cough medicine, going to the pharmacy means going in the opposite direction to going to the shop that sells the imported chocolate. And you said, "Oh, I'm dying. I need my imported medicine."
That don't sound anything like that.
I know, but it's the best I can do because I'm not very good at impressions. I need to make some more sticks. Let's make a few.
Belle also pointed out that this was apparently nice timing. Once Belle also typed out that this is the reason why he watches these streams, I apparently said, "This is why I can't have nice things." Also, Tammy believes that we might have forgotten chat was still watching. And Spotted Cow suggesting that I could just threaten to turn off the boiler to make Sal stay out of the food. There is a minor... There's a minor flaw with that wonderfully thought out plan.
Oh, cheese is here.
I kinda need some warm water myself.
Wonder how this would look if I did something like that.
Also, she could throw me out as soon as she realizes I've sabotaged the water. 07.
Okay.
It looks sillier in this font.
Can I do it properly now? There we go. How's that?
Now it looks like a motion, like you have your hand in and then you stretch it out. Like, ooh, stream chat can't see that motion.
No, but I could.
Say goodbye to Charlie.
Good night, Charlie.
Also, Matthew pointed out that you could just move the archway to the side by something, and a 2-wide archway instead of
move that in one there. Yeah, but then I'd have to move that in one, and then that would interfere with this.
Here's an idea.
What?
Well, how about you just make the stairway twist to the right?
To the right. But this is like a wall.
Oh, is that like a load-bearing wall? Is there a room behind it?
Have you seen the load?
You know what I mean.
Well, it might be. I might.
You've got a tiny dude in your home.
I'm not ruling it out completely. Let's put it that way. But what I'm going to do first is find out what we're doing on this side, and then I'll maybe tinker with that side to make it look. Because this is going to be an inside bit. Because like this runs through to here and down there. Hi. And down there and up there, and this is where the rest of our house is.
Yeah, we know. You don't need to walk through everything. Anyway, but also, while we are in the point of...
It's my bath.
Mentioning things that are annoying about your house, it kind of floats. above the water?
Yeah, I
Can you
need to
give it
fix
some
that.
stalks?
Yeah,
Asks Bill also.
Well, that's something I thought I would take care of. As soon as I've got my water breathing suit.
Fair
Because
point.
this is some deep water immediately under there. It's not going to be easy to do. Oh, look at this thing waving its arms in the air. That's like me at a dance. Like 2 glasses of rum and coke, put some boogie tunes on, and that's me. That's me all night.
You're very tiny.
Okay, right.
Oh, the spotted cow's thinking about taking an exam tomorrow. Or on Thursday. Or in 3 weeks.
Oh, would that be your final exam for your HGV? Or
Well, if you're planning on taking it tomorrow, shouldn't you be in bed already or something? Although I want to shoo you away.
Listen, to me or the teacher?
Are you trying to imply I might be biased?
No.
No,
I'm
it's
implying
true,
that
I
you're
am.
being very sensible and responsible.
It's
like a
exam
good
number
teacher.
2 out of 5.
Okay, so now what we need to do is to remove a bit more. See what happens.
Paz wants to know if you were aware that you can fly on your Pilipper.
Oh yeah.
It's a deadly exercise.
It's not.
It can be a deadly exercise.
It can be. Yeah. I mean, it's fine as long as you don't engage in any battles while you're flying. Yeah, it'll be right. So far, I haven't got involved in any battles while I've been flying, so I've been fine.
Bell also points out that everyone is tiny next to Boris and Anubis. I can't help it that I don't have their fascinating Australian and or Scandinavian Canadian genes.
I'm sure I got something interesting from this before. Let's kill it and see.
That's a bit harsh. Where did it go?
I killed it. Oh, string. Okay. It wasn't that interesting.
It was quick.
Yeah.
I just looked at chat for a moment and it was gone.
It was a one hit.
Did Maggot...
Jeez.
Yeah, wave back.
Whoa.
Is that a legendary?
I don't know. It's a Sobro.
I have no idea what that is.
How am I going to get up there now? I might need to go through the cave. Can't remember which path I take to get up there. And I've got a feeling... Oh, really? Oh no, and it's doing that weird thing as well. Hoot's not the best for this thing.
That is not dizzying at all.
Actually, can I get... This is where we use the... Oh no, I can't even use the new command. I'm not gonna get it in time. All right, we are gonna have to try and fight it. Come on. Oh, that'll do. Any'll do.
Can you hold the right mouse button to prevent... No.
It's just, it's a version 7 bug.
Hold on, here's an idea. Move your mouse out of the window, over to your browser. Open a new tab, doesn't matter. Type the command in there.
Okay. Copy paste.
Hit Control A. Hit Control X.
X?
Yes. Go back into Minecraft. Open the chat window with T and hit Control V immediately afterwards, followed by Enter.
Oops.
Aha!
Success.
Oh, this was
Yeah.
This was painful.
Okay, I didn't send out any random messages. No, I was trying to get up there. Somewhere. I wonder if it's still there though. Now that I've been messing around.
But also complains that we've just applied hacks.
Ah!
So
Yeah, we
deserve an old monitor thrown into our face now.
I think I can get through up here.
Oh, the crustacean menace.
That's okay, I've got crustacean menace managing things.
It's on your roof.
Oh, so it is. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, that thing.
It's a bear in a suit.
Yeah, sure.
It's a bear being eaten by a shark.
Yeah, that works too.
It's level 40, so I am probably gonna need... Oh, is it a tardigrade? It looks like it might be a tardigrade.
Paz points out that this is a mega evolved Slowbro.
Ah. I think I'm gonna have trouble. Let's try water cutter on it.
Another NPC looks up from baking and is now wondering if chat exploded. And the Spotted Cow points out that the exam would be 30 questions max. No, it would be 30 questions with a maximum of 5 faulty ones, failed answers, and the test needs to be taken within 30 minutes. So the Spotted Cow would need to be at the DMV sometime from 8 till 1. Ooh, that sounds bothersome.
Right, let's try.
Also, Paz pointed out, instead of walking through there, you could have just used your Pelipper and flown up there.
Oh, yeah.
She keeps forgetting that often.
I remember to use my Pelipper to fly when I want to travel somewhere. And I forget when I just want to get from floor A to floor B.
Which is the sensible approach, I suppose.
Okay, let's try.
The test takes 30 minutes, but they do have 120 minutes to do it.
Let's try a Mega Drain. Oh. I don't know that we're going to get anywhere because I'm now down to all of my little ones.
Ew. Matthew says, check and see if you can make an elevator.
Oh, yes, we can. Well, I don't know if I've got the thing. Oh, no, because I need... oh, did Cheese lose all his stuff or something?
Our sincerest condolences to the cheese.
Go on, get a quick attack in. That's about as much as you're going to get.
Paz points out that this Slowbro is very strong, like a mountain.
Indeed. Yep. We've had a complete wipeout of all the things.
Now, if only you'd believed into the Helix fossil.
Well, if I had a PC, then we would stand a better chance. Yeah, I don't think I've got much of a chance taking him on, actually.
Belle also wants to know, what just hit Sal?
Well, I jumped down off the roof.
As usual.
Yeah. So what I need is a bit of glowstone. And we'll be right. Because I've got higher level pokes in my thingy, in my thingy, PC.
Well, go get them out. Start digging.
I need... Oh, yeah. I need to do one of two things. I need to either sort out a room for my... my nether portal, or I need to get some electric type things. Now, I've got 3 pieces of glowstone so far, and I've got them from around here. I think it was from things I was fishing.
Earlier on, somebody, I believe it was Paz, pointed out that you do get glowstone from electrical type Pokemons.
Yeah, and I think I got some electrical
Also,
types
Paz
fishing.
points out, if you know where there's a Pokemon center randomly spawning around here, they usually have glowstone blocks inside of them, which you could steal. Anyway, the Spotted Cow wishes you a good moo and says goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, Spotted Cow, and good luck if you decide to do your test tomorrow. I think what we should do is do our nether room. Oh gosh, look how... I was going to put the nether room down here. I'm thinking, this is just the perfect nether room, isn't it? What's through there? I forget. Apart from you. I think this is just a dead end. So there's... Yeah. It doesn't lead through to anywhere particularly scenic, so this will probably just be a long-term cobble storage room or something. So I was thinking of making this into my nether room.
Sure.
I like the idea of it being kind of in the basement. And maybe we put ladders in and out. Because that way... Yeah. You know, a ladder into your basement. I like the idea of it being something that's difficult to get in and out of. Because and one thing is, I don't actually
You make it sound like you're shoving somebody down there to break their legs, so you can stand at the top there and laugh. And then slowly close the door and be all creepy about it.
No. I'm thinking about the pokes that might spawn and come out through there.
Pokes come through the nether portal?
Well, I believe there are now Pokemons in the nether.
But also points out ladders, the bane of Mir. Yeah, they're painful.
I've always been alright with ladders myself.
You haven't played Source Game long enough then.
Quite like that. Well, I mean, okay, there was the time where we had to, in Half-Life 2, where we had to jump and catch the ladder.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
very memorable moment.
That was... that gave everybody some amusement, it's true. Actually, quite like
I also
that
like
effect.
that jumping puzzle.
I know you did the one where I exploded several times.
Well, no, not the exploding was the funny, but just you missing the table. Like, you wouldn't need to explode if you just slipped off the table for that long. It would be amusing on its own.
But yeah, we are coming up to the end of the stream, aren't we? So I haven't really got time to...
No, you don't. I was about to say something in about a minute.
Yeah. Well, I want to have a quick look at... Let's have another admire of... The house is coming along quite nicely, I think. What do you reckon, Mir?
Yes.
I'm rather liking it. Shall we just jump up onto Polypa and have a look? We'll do a flyby.
Can you put the fish out of your hand? It looks a bit distracting.
No, I don't think I can now that I'm on Polypa. Oops. I'm a little heavy for Polypa.
I blame the fish. But also points out that your house needs a little bit more colour.
Yeah, we'll get to
Oh
that.
heavens, it's like 5 in the morning for Matthew.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe it's not, I'm not sure.
That's either really early or really late. For me, it would usually be really late. I'm not sure about that. I think maybe that needs something.
Oh, never mind. It's 5 in the afternoon for Matthew.
Ah.
Yeah,
I
I
was gonna say,
apologise.
'cause,
Everyone
yeah.
else was using the 24-hour system, and so I just assumed you did too, and you're up at 5 in the morning because that's what people do.
Yeah, it's usually really late for
Oh,
me.
and Paz points out that's sad. He really enjoyed the little he watched.
Oh.
Well, you're in luck, because as far as I'm aware, there will probably be more of this action on Thursday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Yes?
Yeah, that's highly likely.
Which will be about 2 hours ago from now, if you're watching this live.
Yeah.
So Thursday, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, Sal will be playing more of Pixelmon and probably end up with another adventure. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd rather watch me read out a story that's way too long as I'm playing through Sunless Sea, I'll be doing that on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which again will be 2 hours ago from now. There are also plans of playing some weird Nier Automata game on Mondays, but I'm not sure how often Sal's going to take over my stream slot on Mondays
I
now.
only took over today's stream
She's
slot
mean, she's
because
evil,
you
she's
weren't
taking
well.
the few things I have left in my life, like Mondays, chocolate, and ice cream.
So no, Mia will be playing what on Wednesday?
Sunless Sea.
Sunless Sea, yeah. So Sunless Sea will be back
On Wednesday.
8 p.m. GMT on Wednesday for Sunless Sea. On Thursday, I'll probably play more Pixelmon. Who knows? I might play a bit more tomorrow. I don't know yet. We'll see what time I get home from work and stuff.
Regularly she plays it on Thursdays, but it could happen at any time.
Anytime.
So your best bet if you want to follow this, it would probably be to hit that weird button. I usually hate saying that, but I guess in this instance it does work.
Yeah. Right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
We never actually saw you. This isn't two-way.